Today, let's talk about effective feedback methods within an agile environment. I've done a video before on giving feedback, but today we're going to look at effective feedback methods that you can use within an agile environment to foster continuous improvement, support your team members collaboration, and definitely drive better results. So here are some techniques you can adopt, because I know you must have been doing a couple of them, especially if you handle retrospective within your agile team members. So one of them you might have come across is start, stop, continue. So how will this work? This will work during retrospectives. Within my team, I use Go Retro, and there's already a template for that. So this start, stop, continue is one of the templates I have seen on Go Retro. So during your retrospective, each of your team members will have to share what actions or behaviors they believe the team should start doing, stop doing, and continue doing. The benefit of this particular method is that it's non-judgmental, and it kind of encourages actionable feedback and promoting self-improvement, and also helps your team members to align effectively. The second feedback method is feed forward. The way this one works is that instead of focusing on past actions, team members give constructive suggestion on what someone could do differently in the future to improve. So the benefit of this particular one is that it is forward-looking approach, which feels less critical and is often more readily accepted, since it centers on future actions rather than past mistakes. Everyone likes to be advised on what they can do to become a better person rather than always picking up on their past mistakes. The next effective feedback method is 360-degree feedback. So the way this one works is that team members will provide feedback on each other's performance, which is often facilitated through anonymous surveys to increase candor. And the benefit of this one is that it kind of gets a round view of how others perceive others' contributions, how others work, their areas of growth, which fosters self-awareness and a balanced feedback. So the fourth method is a situation behavior impact SBI model. This feedback is framed by describing the situation, the specific behavior of the person, and its impact. For example, in yesterday's sprint review, which is the situation, when you took extra time to explain the features, functionality, which is the behavior, it helped everyone understand the context better, which is the impact. So the benefit of SPI model is very specific, objective, and non-judgmental. It focuses mostly on observable actions and their impact, and this tends to reduce defensiveness. The next effective feedback method, which I often use, is one-on-one feedback sessions. The way I'm sure everyone is quite conversant with this. The way this one works is having regular one-to-one meetings between your team members. You use this opportunity to give constructive feedback in a private and supportive setting to your team members. So the benefit of this one is that it's often more candid and less intimidating. It creates a safe place for both positive and constructive feedback, allowing you to have an open discussion and a better clarification between you and that team member. The next one is daily stand-up, kudos. And how this works is at the end of a daily stand-up, or maybe during a sprint review or sprint retrospective, which I usually use this in a sprint retrospective, the team members can give a quick kudos to acknowledge and thank others for their efforts. This has worked really well when I'm having a retrospective meetings, because you see their faces, being happy. When you appreciate someone for what they have done, it kind of gives them the opportunity to do even more. Another benefit is that it builds morale, reinforces positive behaviors, and keeps team spirits high, making feedback part of everyday culture. So the next one is retrospective feedback techniques. Example, mad, sad, glad. I've also seen this template on Go Retro. If you use Go Retro, I'm sure you would have seen it as well. So the way this one works is that in retrospective meetings, team members share their experiences that made them feel sad, feel mad, feel glad during the sprints. So this kind of reveals emotional responses to team dynamics or project challenges. Using this is very effective. One of the benefits of this particular one is that it emphasizes emotional insights and encourages team empathy, leading to discussions on underlying issues and identifying areas for improvement. The next one is open door policy. The way this one works is that leaders create a culture where feedback can be provided formally at any point in time. No, did I say formally? I meant informally at any point in time, because if you make it formal, obviously they cannot tell you what they are feeling. So this actually encourages transparency and a no surprise approach. The benefit of this is that it creates an environment for an open communication where the team members feel really comfortable giving and receiving feedback continuously. This also fosters trust and psychological safety. So if the manager endeavor to have an open door policy whereby your team member can always walk up to you if they have an issue. Next one is asking for self-reflection before feedback. So the way this one works is that before giving feedback, you need to ask the team member to reflect on their performance and identify areas they feel they need to improve. And the benefit of this particular one is that it encourages self-awareness. As individuals are often more receptive to feedback after considering their own performance. The last but not the least for today, and I think I've given 10 or more, is having a regular retrospective and review sessions. So how this one works is that during this session should focus on team-wide feedback rather than individual feedback, using tools like timelines, root cause analysis, or fishbone diagrams. In my team, we use Go Retro. Some people use Mirror, and so on and so forth. So the benefit of this particular one is that it is a structured setting that allows the team members to reflect on processes within the team. We kind of discuss on the processes that is working and the ones that are not working, the challenges the team members are facing, and the successes that have been achieved within the team, maybe during the last project or last few projects. It kind of also fosters team collaboration without actually singling an individual out. So in this kind of situation, this kind of setting, the team members are free enough to voice out their opinion and the way they want the team to progress further, and so on and so forth. So in Agile, feedback is not a one-time action, but an ongoing practice. When teams adopt and normalize feedback through techniques, they can continuously improve and adapt, ensuring that Agile principles are at the heart of their work culture. I hope this helps. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye-bye.